hier ist Katharina von den Lieblingsflecken deiner Inspirationsquelle für die großen und kleinen Fluchten aus dem Alltag und definitiv the place to be, wenn du Lust auf News, Tipps, Geschichten und Talks zu den Themen Reisen, Genuss und Wellbeing hast. Ich habe mir heute einen Lieblingsfleck hier in meiner Heimatstadt Frankfurt ausgesucht. Und zwar eher zum Thema Wellbeing und in erster Linie für die Damen. Liebe Herren, vielleicht findet ihr aber etwas, was die Damenherzen erfreuen könnte. Ich bin hier in einer Boutique mit dem wunderschönen Namen The London Assembly und der Name verrät schon, dass es sich hier nicht um eine typische deutsche Boutique handelt, sondern dass es etwas Besonderes ist. Es ist etwas Besonderes, weil die Inhaberin Amy Silberzahn ein echtes London Girl ist. Und darum werden wir dieses Interview auch auf Englisch machen. And I will switch now and go over to Amy and say hi, Amy.
Hi.
It's my pleasure to talk to you today.
You're very welcome.
And of course we are a bit curious what made a London girl come to Frankfurt and what made her open up this beautiful store here in the heart of the city.
Cool. Yeah, my background is actually as a fashion designer. So it was always something that I wanted to do, was to have my own boutique. But I moved over to Frankfurt for love, for my husband, who is German. And he really encouraged me to kind of set up the original goal. One of the first conversations we ever had about having my own boutique here. So after spending quite a lot of time doing a lot of research, talking to lots of women, trying to find out what they thought was missing in Frankfurt in terms of fashion, then I came up with the London Assembly concept and started the process of building a business here.
Very cool, very cool. And all your clothes here are unique in Germany, I believe?
Yes, that's right. We're really very privileged at the moment to have exclusivity for all of the brands that we have here into Germany and of course obviously into Frankfurt. That is certainly something that it adds an extra something to the boutique, and that's something that I hope that we can continue to kind of encourage with our designers as well.
Yeah, I mean it's really, really cool also for Frankfurt to have a bit of the London glamour here in our little city, I might say. What would you say? Who would find something here? What's maybe the specialty here? What kind of clothes do you sell? To which women?
We've ended up with quite a large demographic of female customer. I think because we have very well priced clothing that's really good quality. So I have a young lady who's only just turned 18 and she has a lot of clothes from here compared to 50, 60-year-old ladies who are looking for something for an event to the busy working woman. I would say the majority of our client is the busy international businesswoman that obviously is actually in this area, which is why we chose to actually be on Kirchenstraße in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean we've just made a bit of a change with our decor and our layout so that we have a clear work section, we have an event section, we're developing a kids section. Very much on the idea of lovely gifts. I can never find great gifts for kids, you know, for my nieces and nephews and other people's new babies.
Yeah.
So, and then we have kind of a relaxed section which kind of sits across the middle with beautiful cashmere jumpers and original hand-printed dresses and other jersey pieces that are just useful staples in your wardrobe.
Yeah, and I see a lot of nice colours.
Yes.
Also for the winter, I love that.
Yes.
It's not just black.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are still travelling a lot to London because you go on fairs and you also get, of course, a lot of inspiration from there, and it's still your hometown. What would be your Lieblingsflecken in London, where people who will travel at the moment to London should definitely go to?
Cool. Meine Lieblingsbecken ist I love the V&A gallery in London. It's the Victorian Albert Museum.
Mm-hmm.
As a location, it's absolutely beautiful. It also has one of the most beautiful cafes, I think, in central London, which is beautiful stained glass and tiles and just a divine place to go and be terribly British and have a cup of tea.
Like we do.
It's essential. As an area, I very much spent time in Shoreditch and Hoxton, which is a very creative district. I always find it an essential part of any visit to London to go and see what's happening down there. Then I actually started as a designer myself with my own label, selling my work at Spitalfields Market. And so obviously it's a quite good place for me to go back to and see what's happening and see what's developing, because it's a real hotbed of kind of design talent and students and all sorts of people who are kind of creating their own independent kind of way. So that's an area I really love.
Cool. Very cool. Thank you very much. So you heard that. Go there when you go to London next time. Coming back to the smaller city of Frankfurt, you live here for 5 years now, and you said something like it was the best thing that could ever happen to you to come to Frankfurt. And everybody who doesn't like Frankfurt, you heard that. Somebody from London says that. Of course, I'm guessing that you have some Lieblingsflecken here in Frankfurt as well, like cafes, or where would you definitely go?
I mean, I think one of the things that people overestimate about London or underestimate about London is the size of London, and that is actually one of the things I like about Frankfurt, that it is a small city.
Yeah.
You know, and within that it offers a really nice kind of environment and place to kind of be. So, I mean, having the river that you can actually really use, we can't use the Thames in London, it's not a river you sit by as such. So to be able to use the river in the summer, I think, is absolute joy. The fact that we currently live in Sachsenhausen, you can be in forest in 5 minutes of walking up a hill is just spectacular. In Frankfurt, there's really wonderful galleries and great restaurants. I think it's worth exploring all the restaurants that you guys offer here. For a cafe, I always meet my friends at Cafe Karen, which is just around the corner. That's certainly somewhere that lots of ladies I know always go, oh yes, Cafe Karen.
They have just the best breakfast.
Yes.
And very good coffee.
And it's
too.
always women in there. It's
Yes,
always groups of women catching up and chatting, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you very, very much. Is there anything else we should say about this beautiful place?
We'll be celebrating a year in October, which is
That's
very
true.
exciting. Yes, I can't believe how quickly it's gone. We'll be hosting, as always, a fashion show. So we try to put on twice a year, well, we intend to put on twice a year fashion shows. So we'll be showing new autumn winter collections, which will be wonderful. We've just confirmed to have a singer as well, so that will make the evening a little bit more special too.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
and a
wonderful.
bit of a Q&A about the boutique and what's been happening over the year.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Lovely.
So that's something to look forward to.
Okay, so there are plenty of reasons why to visit the London Assembly very, very soon. And I will switch back to German now. Vielen, vielen Dank, liebe Amy, für das tolle Gespräch. Ich verabschiede mich und ja, wenn euch das Video gefällt, dann freue ich mich über Kommentare und natürlich dein Like und auch, wenn du es mit deinen Freunden teilst und ihnen von den Lieblingsflecken erzählst. Bleib auf dem Laufenden und trag dich ein für meine Lieblingspost auf lieblingsflecken.de und folg mir auf Facebook, Twitter, Instagram und Pinterest. Ich wünsche dir alles Gute. Denk dran, es gibt nichts Gutes, außer man tut es. Tschüss!